This year's Nebraska Governor's Ag Conference will focus on topics revolving around the future of rural Nebraska, and usually during this segment we welcome in a representative from the Alliance for the Future of Agriculture in Nebraska. So in this AFAN segment, we're talking about the Governor's Ag Conference.
Yeah, the annual conference gets underway on March 2nd and 3rd at the Holiday Inn and Convention Center in Kearney. Joining us now with more on the conference is Assistant Director of the Nebraska Department of Agriculture, Bobbie Kriz-Wickham. And thank you for being here today, Bobbie.
Sure, thanks for having me.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
So this year's Nebraska Governor's Ag Conference will focus on topics revolving around the future of rural Nebraska, right?
Right, right. We've got a great slate of speakers lined up. They're going to cover everything from, trade issues to research and education, policy, a variety of things that I think producers and folks in agribusiness generally will find very interesting and informative.
Yeah, definitely. And we have some pictures from last year's Governor's Ag Conference. We'll watch those or look at those. And while we do that, tell us a little more about the speakers that are going to be there.
We're going to start the conference on March 2nd in the afternoon around 3:30 with Scott Augenbaugh. He's with the Center for International and Strategic Studies in Washington, D.C. And he's going to talk about global trends in things like technology, economics, and population, and really talk about how those big picture global trends are going to impact potentially agriculture in Nebraska and how agriculture in Nebraska can have a role in addressing those big picture things. The next day, on Thursday, March 3rd, we'll have Nicole Johnson-Hoffman from Cargill come in and talk about the subject of sustainability. That's kind of a buzzword in agriculture right now, and she'll talk about what that word means to our producers on the farm, but also all the way through the food processing sector, that whole value chain, and what is the definition of sustainability and how it'll impact folks within that whole food processing chain. And then one of our last speakers of the day will be Jerry Golke with the Golke Group. He's very well known to producers. He's a big ag consultant and appears on shows like U.S. Farm Report to talk about international trade and trade policy. Trans-Pacific Partnership is in Congress right now. That's a huge trade agreement that will have big implications for Nebraska should it be finally approved by Congress. So.
Well, Bobbie, who do you think should consider going to the conference?
Right. It's definitely important for farmers and ranchers to understand how some of these big picture things will impact them in their businesses. But we also have obviously a thriving agribusiness sector in Nebraska. So I think folks that are involved with those agribusinesses, ag banking, those types of entities should be interested.
Yeah, and how do you register? Can you still do that?
Of course, of course. You can call the department at 800-831-0550. And we can help you over the phone. Of course, you can go to our website, nda.nebraska.gov as well.
And again, this is in Kearney.
Yep, at the Holiday Inn Convention Center.
All right.
So, Bobbie, thank you for coming in. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
For all the information.